Hello, and welcome to Raw Reactions. My name is Sean, and this is Laura,
Hi.
and this is our spoiler-filled review of The Disaster Artist.
Which is a mockumentary from the film The Room,
Yeah, which is based on The Room,
which is known as the worst movie
the
of
worst
all time.
movie of all time. And it's if you're watching this, then I'm assuming you've seen The Disaster Artist, and hopefully you've seen The Room as well.
If you haven't, then maybe go and watch The Room and The Disaster Artist, and then come back here.
Yeah, watch both of them.
Yeah, like we said earlier, it's full of spoilers.
I think you can watch the Disaster Artist without having seen The Room.
Yeah,
I think
but
you'll still enjoy it.
I found when I watched it, it was more funny because
Yeah.
you knew about The Room. You wouldn't find it as funny.
I think you will
Yeah.
appreciate it a lot more if you've seen The Room first, because there are these little bits that there's always little nuggets and Easter eggs that you notice if you've seen it, and
No,
plus you just appreciate it more.
I find it's harder to understand if you hadn't seen The Room.
Yeah,
I think,
I mean, you can still appreciate the character of Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
Is sort of the best part about it.
Yeah.
So you can appreciate that if you've seen it or not, but it's sort of understanding how that happened, and it's basically all Tommy Wiseau and his sort of ego, I guess. But I thought, I thought James Franco, I thought he absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
I thought that he completely embodied Tommy Wiseau. You know, just his laugh. Every time he laughed, the character, I mean, there was only like 5 or 6 people in the auditorium that we were in, but every time he laughed, everyone else just laughed as well. He just got one of those laughs, and it was exactly the same. It was exactly the same. It was perfect. The performance was spot on. And so I've seen interviews with him and Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you'd expect, what things Tommy has said don't exactly marry up, because the book that the film is based on, Tommy Wiseau has previously said that that's 40% accurate. He has since said the film that is the Disaster Artist that is based on the book is 99.9% accurate. He said the 1%, 0.1% that it wasn't, he said, was the lighting.
Wasn't that just based on how much he liked the film rather than how much was true?
But no, he said that this is basically how much of it is true, 99.9%.
I thought that's how much he liked of it, and that 1% was.
No, he liked it. He said he liked it. He said it was 99.9% accurate. The 0.1% that it wasn't accurate was just the lighting.
Oh, okay.
But something that he may not have realised at the time is he always wears his sunglasses.
Yeah, it's true.
So that might be what that was. But I mean, I think it's Dave Franco's performance I thought was really good as well. But it's obviously going more unnoticed, but because of how good James Franco. But I thought the characters needed each other.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Tommy Wiseau is just completely the entertainment. But Dave Franco's character, Greg Sestero, that he grounds Tommy, the character of Tommy, in such a fantastic way. Because on the one hand, I mean, Greg is the audience. Basically, the whole film basically is from his perspective, isn't it? So, and I thought they did that really well. And I mean, you've got on the one hand, you've got this completely normal sort of character, the everyday man that is Greg Sestero. You know, the audience has to relate to him, kind of thing. And on the other hand, you got this really weird, really just like crazy sort of character, almost childlike in his ignorance and stubbornness. And it's a good contrast, I think, and it works. And without having what's his name? Without having Greg's character as the contrast. It wouldn't work without Greg's character. No. It wouldn't have worked, and I thought they did that. I thought it was perfect with their brothers in real life, because the chemistry was obviously there, and I thought the performances were excellent. And I tell you what, there were some actors that I didn't know were in it before I watched it. Like Josh Hutcherson played that I can't remember the creepy kid's name. Such a creepy kid. And
Zac Efron.
Yeah, Zac Efron.
He was only in it a bit. I was like, is that Zac Efron? It was hard because he was wearing a beanie hat. It was hard to tell.
It was the first time you see. I think the first time you see Zac Efron is the very first scene they shoot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's well, he's in the premiere bit.
But the first scene that they
that's the only other scene he's in.
Yeah. I didn't notice that was Zac Efron at all.
Yeah.
I mean, but you could. I mean, they did a good thing. They did it really well. Like when they started shooting the film within the film, obviously. You feel nervous. You feel nervous for them, just like they would be nervous because it's the first real film that they're doing. I thought that was really good, and I thought it started really interesting as well. The start of it. You remember that they had the all these like actors and actresses and directors. Basically talking about the film, and I think that's a good way of starting it.
Oh, that bit. Sorry, I feel it.
No, the very beginning. Yeah, I thought that was a good way of starting it because it really sort of grinds in the fact that this is a true story, and despite everything that went wrong and and what Tommy was like, you got all these famous actors and actresses talking about just how much of an impact it's made. I thought that was really good. What did you think? I've talked a lot. What do you think?
No, I liked it. Because I've seen The Room before. I mean, you don't need to really seen it this year. In fact, you only saw half of the film. You didn't even see the other half of it.
Yeah, I could.
It sort of made you watch it because then I wanted you to watch the Disaster Artist trailer.
Yeah.
You're like, that does look good.
I have a confession to make. I couldn't watch more than 4. I watched the first 40 minutes. I just couldn't watch any more. It's so cringy.
You probably could now.
Or
at least just maybe skip the first half.
Appreciate,
sort of like watch some more iconic scenes, maybe.
When you see, like when they're filming the scene, like Tommy Wiseau's death scene, where he shoots himself in the mouth and then rides around with the dress and then shoots himself again.
The way he shoots himself and there's a break and then he's like, dies.
I didn't quite.
Yeah, you didn't.
Because I didn't see that in the actual film, so I couldn't appreciate that.
No, I liked it. I like how James Franco was, perfect to do it because he directed it, produced it, he did everything. Like what Tommy was.
He wrote it as well, I think, didn't he?
He probably helped write it. I don't know if he was single-handedly, but it's like what Tommy was. He did everything in The Room.
Yeah, sort of that matches up. That's quite appropriate.
James Franco actually stayed in character whilst directing as well, which I like. So he obviously wouldn't lose character. But
that's surprising that it turned out as well as it did. If he was pretending to be Tommy Wiseau for the entire directing process.
God, yeah. Well, I'm sure he was more like.
I'm sure he wasn't as much of a,
I really liked it.
He's not portrayed as a nice person when he's directing, is he?
The bit in the premiere when you're actually seeing the scenes and you just think of The Room, it's like it just makes you laugh. It's like, that's exactly how it went.
That was exactly how it went, and like, just when you see, it's basically because you're seeing a proper film, and then you're seeing sort of, it's the same sort of comparison. You're seeing this really. Like, I mean, just like the bits, like when they're doing the cheep, cheep, cheep.
Yeah.
You don't realise just how,
You didn't see that bit in the film either.
Yeah,
I don't think. Did you?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't think we got that far into it. Okay.
I remember it, but I remembered it vaguely when they were doing it. And the comparison between that in the film and then obviously with the real film, it was very. It made it all the more cringy and all the more awkward.
There were bits like in the premiere when certain bits come up and the mum was like, I don't know why I said that. It didn't come up again. Like,
it's true.
Like, that's so funny. Like, there's weird plot points where there's like a line of dialogue. It's like it never turns up again. Like I find that funny. I didn't realise in the premiere. I don't know if it happened in real life. Like it got that reaction. Like it was so hilarious that it was. I mean, I know that's happened in recent years, but in the premiere, I didn't.
In the first time they're watching it,
I thought if it got that much of a reaction, surely it would have made a bit more money. I don't know. So I don't know if maybe that was just for entertainment purposes for this film, but
I think what would have been good is if they really put the film on and film the actors actually watching it. That would have.
But you didn't know the impact then.
No.
That it would have had.
That's true. Some of them might already have seen it.
So. Do you think James Franco would get an acting Oscar, or maybe even directing, or whatever?
I think he'll definitely. I think he deserves a nomination.
Yeah.
I think he definitely deserves a nomination. I mean, the acting, all the acting categories and the best film categories, they're stacked in recent years, aren't they? I mean, Gary Oldman is being tipped to be nominated as well for his portrayal as Winston Churchill, I think it is. And then you've got bloody Christian Bale. I don't know if that will be included in this one, but you've got Christian Bale being Dick Cheney. Yeah, you got loads. You got loads of people who've been tipped to be nominated.
I think he should be nominated.
I think
even if it's not just the acting one, but like directing or producing. Well,
I don't think he'll be nominated for directing. Because again, I think that the category is so stacked, but I think he deserves an acting nomination. Yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll soon see. I mean, the nominations come out in January, I think.
Something like that. Yeah. And then it's all announced in February or something. I can't remember. But no, yeah, and I really liked the bit at the end when they showed the actual scenes.
I like
next
that.
to the scenes
there was a thing. Apparently, there was a post-credit scene that we didn't stay.
Right.
Yeah, it was. Tommy Wiseau was playing a cameo with James Franco.
Right.
But yeah, we didn't stay for that, unfortunately, because I read about it. I was like, it's a shame. But we'll see it one day.
Yeah.
But no, I did like the scene comparisons as well. That was hilarious.
Yeah, no, I liked it. What was something else I was going to say? I can't remember what it is.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Well, I think we can wrap this up then. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gone on longer than we intended it to. But anyway, this was our reaction of not our reaction, our review of The Disaster Artist. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.